the Daily Post, the Vanguard, and we'll see how much more we can take from the Punch this morning. High food prices will continue in Nigeria, others till 2023. This is coming from the IMF. PDP extends form sales fourth time. Who's APC chieftains? 2023, Aisha Buhari invites Atiku, Tinubu, Oshibajo, Saraki, others. Reps allege cover-up on refineries, summon Silva, Kyari, others. And just by the logo of the Punch, you have state police, better way to tackle insecurity, says Obasanjo. And to the major story, INEC to spend 239 billion naira on poll materials, presidential runoff. And the writers to that story, INEC always prepares for runoff. First presidential ballot may not produce winners. And Electoral Commission budget, $5.39 per head, projects 100 million voters in 2023 elections. And more riders to that, 10 items constitute 78.44% of 305 billion naira budget. Insecurity can't stop polls. This is coming from the chairman of INEC. Buhari orders rescue of abducted train passengers, says NSA. And more stories from the Punch. Bayelsa, Imo, Rivers get zero Hajj allocation. Pilgrims may pay 2.5 million naira. And let's talk about strike. ACF to mediate in federal government ASU impose. And more stories this morning. Cooking gas price jumps to 83% in 1 year. This is coming from the MBS report. Excuse on Darie Iyame's pardon lane. CSO tackle presidency. And on the red corner, detectives interrogate Chrislam teachers, pupil's mother. And finally, Amotekun nabs human traffickers with 4 girls, aborts Ghana trip. And that's it on the Punch this morning.
All right, from the Daily Trust this morning, we have these headlines here. To insecurity, 2023 elections will still hold as scheduled. We have here inside Kaduna women race for 2023. Aisha Buhari to host presidential aspirants tomorrow, says don't come with phone. More from here, NAV bombing. We are not aware of civilians living in bombed area, says Niger State government. Buhari to security chiefs, free all kidnapped persons immediately. We have here 2023, how I plan to raise 100 million naira for APC presidential nomination form. That's coming from Chris Ngigi. 2023, investigate aspirants who spend 100 million naira on APC nomination. PDP tells anti-graft agencies. Peacekeeping, Nigerian army to deploy 173 troops to Guinea-Bissau. Taraba governor condemns bomb attack. We have here, Reps panel gives Silva, Kyari, others 7 days to appear before it. More from here, we have don't let Kaduna air crash dampen your morale. This coming from the defense minister as he advises NAF officers. 2023 polls, we're assessing security situation. From the Premium Times, we have here why Nigerians not deploying adequate technology to tackle insecurity.
And moving to the Daily Post this morning, police kill 2 bandits, rescue woman, baby in Katsina. Insecurity, Buhari lashes Nigerians helping terrorists. And also on the Daily Post, 2023, former Cross Rivers Governor Ebri condemns APC outrageous cost of nomination forms. And we also have Petroleum Minister Silva, NNPC boss Kyari sabotages refineries investigation. This is coming from the rep, and they're alleging that killings in Nigeria, if I were Buhari, I would have resigned. This is coming from Wike. Governor Buni condemns Gaydam attack, calls for more support prayers. NAPTIP convicts 52 traffickers, rescues 1,444 victims. And two more stories from the Daily Post before we move to another paper. It's expensive deploying technology to fight insecurity. This is coming from the NSA. And finally, on the Daily Post this morning, we have Buhari hails Pope's appointment of Reverend Ugoji as Owerri Archbishop. And that's it from the Daily Post.
All right, more from the Daily Trust this morning. Attacks on police. IGP orders heavy security presence in Southeast. More from here. Katsina Deputy Governor resigns as Agri Commissioner. Let me take that story again. Katsina Deputy Governor resigns as Agri Commissioner. Olowe Poashim consults APC North Central chairman, says he'll unite Nigeria. More from the Daily Trust this morning. We have here AMCON's NG Eagle yet to fly 4 years after records 20 billion losses. CBN gives condition for exchange rate review. More here. APC PDP in hide and seek over zoning. Some headlines here. And with the riders game normal in politics, says Bode George. Opposition parties' decision will determine ours, ruling party chieftain. No Hajj slot for Rivers, Bayelsa, Imo, Akwa Ibom as fare hits 2.5 million. And lastly, from the Daily Trust, insecurity. Okay, I took that story earlier on. Security agencies underperforming. That's coming from President Buhari.
And to the Vanguard this morning, Osinachi, justice will be served, Khan assures. 2023 PDP APC in verbal war over cost of nomination forms. ESM Wike, bandits will run if they hear my name. And more stories from the Vanguard this morning. 100 million naira for APC forms reflects its corruption-riddled underbelly, says Lagos PDP. Delta 2023, steer clear from partisan politics. APC urges UPU. 2023 election. Orisha Jaffor cautions Nigerians against vote buying. And a couple of more stories. Why we can't adopt freely floating FX regime. This is coming from the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele. Oyetola tasks Igbo community on peaceful coexistence. And finally, on the Vanguard this morning, Ogoni cleanup. Buhari's administration can't complete entire project. This is coming from the federal government.
All right, from the Guardian newspaper, some stories before we take our first commercial break. NITDA enforces federal government's directive on domain name. More here, says 2023 still waiting for alternatives to APC PDP. This is from the Guardian newspaper. How to increase maize production despite challenges. Oshibajo urges professionals to participate in electioneering. And here, workers take over Yola streets to receive Nyesom Wike. Abuja hotel raided to stop hemp party. That's coming from the NDLEA bars. More complaints trail APC's costly tickets. Cleric urges Ugwayin for peaceful disposition. And malaria cases, deaths rise due to stalled funding, disruptions caused by COVID-19 pandemic. And here, Mohammed urges governments to invest in next generation of inventors. Okay, there's a read here on the Guardian newspaper, the genocide in Plateau land. Interesting read there. Ogun police arrest man for raping 20-year-old in church. We'll go on our first commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Austin Edumo to do some justice to these headlines and make some sense out of it.
I'm living the life 'cause I get to Z. Yes, kọ́ńbù ẹ̀kú àlejò onígbòǹgbòǹnà ẹ̀kú àlejò ẹsẹ̀ Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé ẹ̀kú àmójúbà Tizeti Network Limited pẹ̀lú Tizeti ìlú omi òjò lẹ́ẹ̀ máa lo ayélujára íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì níyàwálù torí pé gbajúgbajà níléeṣẹ́ Tizeti Network Limited nídìí ìpèsè ayélujára lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà fún iléeṣẹ́ ńláńlá àti olókoòwò kéékèèké lábẹ́ àbúradà Tizeti ẹ lè browse kẹ́ stream kẹ́sì tún gbá géèmù bó ṣe wù yín láì níkọ̀sẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìlànà ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́mùkú data kèé máa ṣeré ìwọ ni kò má sọ̀fànù 12,500 naira pé lẹ́ẹ̀fì jẹ mùlá data fódìdí oṣù kan gbáko lábẹ́ àbúradà Tizeti tẹ́ ẹ bá ti darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú 59,500 naira tí wọ́n fi bá yín gbé kalẹ̀ tẹ́sí lo ayélujára fódìdí oṣù kan gbáko láì níkọ̀sẹ̀ ẹ kàn sí wifi.com.ng/oyo ẹ sì lè pè 09087493040 09087493040 tàbí kẹ́ ẹ tẹ àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ sí internet@wifi.com.ng ayélujára níyàwálù Ọ̀yọ́ ló wà.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out!
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Hey, put a spotlight on me. Now let me tell you this. I used to care for the world's opinion.
And I used to fear their rejection.
Mom, I used to beg for validation.
And I used to wait to be seen.
But now, no more.
No more.
No more.
Because my time.
My time?
My time.
My own time is now. So what are you waiting for?
Amstel Malta. Be your best.
Aisha, my neighbor, I made your favorite Auntie B pasta. Come join us for iftar.
The goodness of Ramadan is meant to be shared. Share the blessings of this season with delicious meals made with Auntie B pasta. Auntie B, your smart choice.
Babe, I can't believe I won't see you again till next week. I've really missed you.
Nah, I miss you more.
That's impossible because I miss you more.
Me, I miss you like Ilode.
Oh my. Wow, babe, we've been talking for like forever. Oh yeah. Time to hang up.
No, you hang up.
Okay. Let's hang up on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. You didn't hang up.
Neither did you, Joe.
That's because I don't want to stop hearing your voice.
Aw, babe.
Your pillow talk doesn't have to end when you talk all day long for just 11 co per second to all networks. Dial *311# to get talking right away.
Glow Unlimited.
Àní ò sí níbẹ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ dára lóòótọ́. Yes, no gain saying that education is good. Ṣùgbọ́n kí ni ká ti ṣe? What is the fate of a student whose dreams and aspirations are angered because of higher institution admission? Oríire ti dé. Novelty Polytechnic Kishi Ibadan campus is admitting into a part-time program. Àǹfààní ti ṣí sílẹ̀ gbayawo fún akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ láti kàwé gboyè National Diploma (ND) in courses like Computer Engineering, Computer Science, Electrical and Electronics, Statistics, Accountancy, Business Administration, Mass Communication, Graphics and Advertisement pẹ̀lú Multimedia Technology. Novelty Polytechnic Kishi Ibadan campus wà beside Catholic Church Owode Estate, Borehole, Akpata. Application form is 5,000 naira only. For more information, call 0901-216-4632 tàbí 0912-385-2803 or 0807-437-8737 or send a mail to info@ibadan.noveltypolytechnic.com.ng. Novelty Polytechnic Kishi, ilé-ìwé gíga ti di ìrọ̀rùn.
By popular demand, registration for Canada Permanent Visa Program has been extended till Tuesday, 3rd of May 2022.
The government of Canada is determined to attract more than 1.2 million families and individuals to relocate between 2021 and end of 2023. This is unprecedented. The government of Canada will allow only those who will be employable to get the permanent visa. Jonathan King Limited will assist professionals, graduates and artisans in various fields and trades to go to Canada and prosper. Jonathan King Limited will help students secure full-time graduate and postgraduate admissions to tertiary institutions. Full-time students are allowed to work in Canada. There are also opportunities for scholarships, grants, or at least interest-free loans. Pick up a registration form immediately at Jonathan King Limited, first and sixth floors, Cocoa House, Ibadan. First floor, God's Grace Plaza, 65 Allen Avenue, Ikeja, and the Bronx Bookshop, former CMS, besides Our Saviour's Cathedral, Jebode.
Remember, registration ends Tuesday, 3rd of May 2022. No extension.
Ǹlẹ́ o alábàágbé mi mo ní kí n wá bẹ̀yìn wò ni ìyá Bíọ́lá àlàáfíà la wà ẹ ṣeun mo kọ yín kọ wọ́n wà ẹ̀yin náà ńkọ́.
kódà ìyá mi lábúlé gan wà lálàáfíà ìyá Bíọ́lá ṣé kò sí.
mẹ́wòó ìtasọ́sọ́ jọ̀lọ́ fún yín ò jẹ́ rí mú mi o ni mo bá ní wá fọwọ́ ara mi tún ara mi ṣe.
ẹ wọlé wá jẹ́wọ́ jàre.
àgbéyẹ̀fun ìsẹ̀bẹ̀ ọ̀ngá jọ̀lọ́f tuntun dé o ohun ìsẹ̀bẹ̀ tó ń fúnrẹ́sì jọ̀lọ́fù yín lójúlówó adùn àti ìtasọ́sọ́ jọ̀lọ́fù tí ò ṣeé kọ̀ sílẹ̀.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Break of Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. I am Chike Obogo.
And I am Adenike Ademogo. We have Austin Udumo on the line.
Austin, good morning.
Yeah, Chike, good morning. Adenike, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, let's talk about let's talk about the council meeting or security council meeting that held yesterday that was presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari. Babagana was also there, and he said that President Buhari expressed his sadness as a result of the persistent insecurity in the country. And Babagana also talked about El-Rufai's carelessness. What do you have to say on this particular topic?
Yes, the president convened an emergency council meeting yesterday. And in that meeting, according to Babagana Mogono, the National Security Advisor, he made us know that the president was very sad about the whole level of security in the country. That security service chiefs have been given go-ahead to rescue the adoptees. Well, that is coming rather late. I do not know. This is the type of governance that we run in the country, the security architecture, where we have to look for the body language of Mr. President, and most of the time it will take a presidential declaration. In a way, the job of the armed forces is to protect the territorial integrity of the country and ensure that areas are safe within the country. I do not think it's in the best interest of the country for the president to convey a Security Council meeting to be able to tell the service chiefs to do their job. And after it's going to about 2 weeks or so now, or how many weeks? I think around 28th of March, that was when the incident happened. Now, the president had just given a go-ahead or a marching order for service chiefs to smoke out this criminal element within the country. For me, this has to take proactive measure when incidents like this happen. People that are vested with the responsibility to carry out their job should do so without necessarily having to study the body language of Mr. President. Of course, expressing sadness as far as the issue is concerned is also good, but a lot of Nigerians do not really care about whether the president is sad about the situation or not. That daughter that was murdered in that incident was finally laid to rest yesterday, and 24 hours before that time, this same president still came out to tell the country that the Nigerian today is safer than it took over power. So for me, the government seriously had to do more to ensure that we smoke out this criminal element, these terrorist individuals from our midst. Then on the statement by El-Rufai, the National Security Advisor is also angered by the statement of El-Rufai. El-Rufai did say that the military, they know the whereabouts of the terrorists in the bush, that they know their location, that DSS has their number. Now Mugono is saying that there are some information you can't disclose. you can't disclose your operation, your method of operation, and what have you. El-Rufai also spoke out of frustration as a sitting governor. He actually spoke out of frustration. If the NSA has coordinated its activity properly as far as mobilizing the service chiefs and coordinating the whole armed forces for a proper bombardment of this terrorist element from our various forests across the country, especially in Kaduna State and other areas, El-Rufai would have spoken in that manner. So it is not about blame game. It's not about blaming El-Rufai for a careless talk. What has Babagana Mugono, what has he been able to do? He has been in that office for quite some time now, and the security situation has not improved. A lot of people also believe that Babagana Mugono should be sacked from office because security situation is deteriorating under his watch. That's the truth. For a governor who is supposed to be the chief security officer to speak in that manner with a voice of lamentation, you could see that all is not well. That's the truth.
All right, Austin, quickly, before we leave that subject matter, don't you think one person should take responsibility for all these? Somebody has not been sacked.
Of course, it is Mr. President that should take responsibility for all this. Out of all the political office holder in the country, even the governor that we refer to as chief security officer, he does not have security apparatus directly within his purview, within his control. The person that should take responsibility for all of this is Mr. President, who also doubles as the commander-in-chief of armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So the buck stops on the table. Nobody can take security decision apart from Mr. President giving approval. That is why I said earlier that look at it, how many days after, going to 1 month now, that incident happened. The president just summoned the service chief, just gave a go-ahead, just expressed his sadness that these people that are staying in captivity should be rescued. So it is about the president. Even the service chief, some of them would know what to do. They won't do it. They will observe the body language of Mr. President, whether he wants them to act in that dimension or not. That's why we are saying that we need some legislative intervention. You don't necessarily have to wait for the Mr. President for you to carry out your function. So Mr. President should take responsibility. Unfortunately, Mr. President have not even seen that the security situation in the country is so bad. Because if he has realized that the security situation is so bad, he would have come out 2 or 3 days ago to tell the nation that security is better now than he took over power. So that shows a high level of insensitivity on the part of even Mr. President. Because how do you deal with a situation? How do you solve a problem you do not even believe exists in the first instance? So that's the truth. So Mr. President was voted into office to protect life first, life before anything. I've always said this, no matter the infrastructure you are building, you need life first. Out of all the fundamental human rights, right to life is a principal right that an individual could possess. So Mr. President should give us our freedom for life, should give us our freedom to life. Look at the way people are being slaughtered almost every day in the country. It's becoming like a new normal. People die and we move ahead. That is the way it works. I spoke with somebody from Nigerian Railway Corporation yesterday. The fellow said they still have about 6 or 7 of their staff still being aired, that yet they are going to work every day. They are moving on as if all is well. That is the situation we find ourselves in the country. So it is that bad. So the president should act very decisively.
All right, still on insecurity, there's this headline from Daily Trust. Attacks on police. IGP orders heavy security presence in Southeast. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, on Thursday ordered deployment of heavy security operational assets in the Southeast following incessant attacks on police officers. Baba, who also rejigged the Operation Restore Hope, vowed that police officers will be ruthless on the criminals attacking police formations in the zone. He also said the police high command will seek justice for officers who paid the supreme price in the line of duty. Headline: Attacks on police. IGP orders heavy security presence in the Southeast.
Yes, this is a trying period, especially for men and officers of the Nigerian police force in the eastern part of the country. It's becoming one too many. Attack on police infrastructure, security infrastructure, policemen being killed, maimed in the process. All of this had to stop. I do not think a serious government will tolerate a situation where some criminal gang will just go to the police station, overrun the station, set it ablaze, destroy infrastructure, and kill officers in the process. So IGP is beefing up security. I think it's a welcome development. The other time the attack happened in Imo, the Imo State governor went to brief Mr. President. Mr. President approved an enhanced security deployment in the whole of the eastern part of the country. We don't have to replicate southeast as northeastern part of the country. So those who are fomenting trouble should beware, and government should deal decisively with them. Government should go out for troublemakers. That is what we have always told the federal government. Whether there's a troublemaker in the south, in the east, in the west, deal with them decisively. Mobilize maximum force against them. Because a criminal that got the effrontery to attack a security formation does not deserve any right to live. That is my own summary, irrespective of the way others see it. That is what I feel. For criminals to be battle ready, coordinate attack, go to a police station, overrun the police station, kill men and officers in the process, they don't have right under the law again. So the government should take them out. So I agree with the IGP. Let whatever measure that is put in place be followed to a logical conclusion. We can't continue to have that. Look at INEC offices that have suffered back-to-back attack in the eastern part of the country. IPOB has come out to say they are not the one. So who are the ones? The idea of the military arm of IPOB, which is the Eastern Security Network, was to ensure that there is security of lives and property. But since that outfit was launched, security situation has degenerated grossly in the eastern part of the country. So, and it's like the economic capital of the country, the whole eastern part. So that section or that region of the country should not be turned into a battlefield. So government must act within the confines of the law to restore peace and order in Anambra, in Imo, and especially the southeast at large.
Okay, so we barely 13 months to the end of the president's tenure. He actually appointed a new aid on employment and job creation yesterday. Wouldn't you say that this is coming at the 11th hour?
Whether at 11th hour or not, the president himself, there is no magic he can do to reverse some of the negative trend that we have in the country. As at 2020 or so, the unemployment rate in Nigeria rose from 27% to 33%. So if you put it figure by figure, it shows that over 23 million Nigerians are poor if you use the statistics of 180 million projected population that we have. So whether it is coming late or not, of course somebody must have been acting or advising the president on the area of employment and job creation. But for me, it is a whole lot of problem that we have in the country now. So the unemployment projected figure for 2021 is that 2022 rather, is that if care is not taken by the end of this year, that figure could jump to 40 or 40 something percent of the entire population, which means that you have active or able-bodied people that are not with employment. And if that is the case, it shows that these people will show interest in crime in one way or the other. So government must deal with the issue of unemployment in the country as a matter of urgent national importance, because there is a correlation between joblessness and crime. Because when people are active, they can work, they have the qualification to work, there is no job to do. Definitely they have to do something. They have to do something to keep body and soul together.
All right, Austin, kindly hold your thoughts there. Let's go on this commercial break, and when we come back, we continue. We'll open the phone lines. Remember, you can watch us live on Facebook and on YouTube at 32FM 949 Ibadan, and the phone lines 0705 5000 949 and 0809 7000 949.
You're listening to 32 FM 90.
tèmi ó dẹ̀ rọrùn fún mi láti máa ṣorin fún yín ṣùgbọ́n ṣé mo kó tó tún rọrùn fún mi jù láti ṣe àsopọ̀ NIN mi àti ẹ̀ka ìpè Glo mi mo lè mú ẹ̀rọ ìpè mi kí n sì tẹ *109*NIN# tàbí kí n pe 109 lórí ẹ̀ka ìpè Glo mi kí n sì tẹ̀lé àwọn ìfilọ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀ tí kò bá wù mí láti pè mo lè tẹ àtẹ̀ránṣẹ́ NIN mi sí 109 mo lè kàn sórí gloworld.com/NIN pẹ̀lú íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ayárabíàṣá mi tí kò bá sún mi tí ò rẹ̀ mi mo lè yà ní ẹ̀ka Glo World tó súnmọ́ mi jù tó bá dẹ̀ ti gbàgbé NIN rẹ̀ tẹ *346# láti rí gbà padà ẹlòmíì lè béèrè wípé tí n bá ní NIN kọ́ kò burú Glo jẹ́ igi lẹ́yìn ọgbà ẹ̀ nítorí o lè yan fandawọ èyíkéyìí Glo World tó súnmọ́ ẹ jù kó sì ṣe forúkọsílẹ̀ ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé má jẹ́ kán já ẹ̀ka ìpè Glo rẹ o nítorí àwọn àǹfààní tó pọ̀ sí ìpè àti dátà látọwọ́ Glo àti so NIN rẹ pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ka Glo rẹ ó rọrùn gidi kò léwu ọ̀fẹ́ ni kò sì ní wàhálà rárá.
Glo Unlimited.
Are you a young school leaver waiting for admission or a tertiary institution student held back by ASU incessant strike actions or professional itching to switch to a career in IT? Zenith Technologies brings you good news of its Technology Fellowship Program. This is a 2-year program where you are trained to become a software engineer or cybersecurity professional or data analyst or cloud engineer with an opportunity to work with a fast-growing company. Through these programs, all successful candidates shall be given a laptop each with hybrid learning model and have access to our technology hub in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, or Ibadan with a host of other opportunities. What then are you waiting for? Visit www.senoftech.xyz/tech fellowship to register for just 10,000 naira only. Application closes on 31st May 2022. For more inquiries, please call 0907-197-3859. Zenoft Technologies, a key to unlocking your potentials in IT.
Hey, put a spotlight on me. Now let me tell you this. I used to care for the world's opinion.
And I used to fear their rejection.
Mama, I used to beg for validation.
And I used to wait to be seen.
But now, no more.
No more.
No more.
Because my time.
My time?
My time.
My own time is now. So what are you waiting for?
INT'L Malta. Be your best.
Ní ìdáhùn sí ìbéèrè ọ̀pọ̀ ènìyàn a ti sọ ọjọ́ gbígba fọ́ọ̀mù àti di ọmọ onílẹ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Canada síwájú o ní báyìí ọjọ́ 3 oṣù karùn-ún ni yóò wá sópin o.
ó mà lé ní mílíọ̀nù kan ènìyàn tí ìjọba ilẹ̀ Canada ti pinnu láti gbà láàyè kó wá gbé kó sì máa ṣiṣẹ́ ní orílẹ̀‐èdè náà ṣùgbọ́n o ọ̀lẹ ò lè gbẹ́lu wa làṣà tíjọba ilẹ̀ Canada ń dá ẹni tó bá lè ṣiṣẹ́ nìkan ni wọ́n ń wá. Jonathan King Limited ti ṣetán láti ràn ọ́ lọ́wọ́ láti di ọmọ onílẹ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè náà bí o bá jẹ́ akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àbí akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gboyè bó sì jẹ́ o fẹ́ lọ kàwé ni o lè jẹ́ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kó o sì tún máa ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni àǹfààní owó ìrànwọ́ wà tètè lọ gba fọ́ọ̀mù tiẹ̀ ní Jonathan King Limited ajakini àti ìkẹfà Cocoa House Ìbàdàn ajakini God's Grace Plaza 65 Allen Avenue Ìkẹjà àti the Bronx Bookshop lẹ́bàá Our Saviour's Cathedral Ìjẹ̀bú Òde.
má gbàgbé ọjọ́ 3 oṣù karùn-ún ni fọ́ọ̀mù gbígbà yóò wá sópin o kò sí àfikún ọjọ́ mọ́ o.
Aisha ọ̀rẹ́ mi mo máa ṣe pásítà àǹtí bíi tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ yẹn wọ́n darapọ̀ mọ́ wa fún iftar.
bí àwọn ìbùkún àkókò yìí pẹ̀lú àwọn oúnjẹ tí ó dùn tí a ṣe pẹ̀lú àǹtí bíi pásítà àǹtí bíi àṣàyàn tó dára.
Angels Market ìròyìn ayọ̀ rèé fún gbogbo ará àgbègbè Aṣí Bódìjà Àkóbọ̀ Ìdí Àpẹ́ títí dé Ìwó Road pàápàá jùlọ Báṣọ̀run pé ilé ìtajà Angels Market nìkan lẹ́tí lè rí Indomie noodles Golden spaghetti òróró kíì pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dínwó jọjọ sí iye tẹ́ ẹ rà á lágbèni gbogbo ẹ̀yin alára tútà pátápátá nínú ọjà ńláńlá aláràjẹ àti olókoòwò kéékèèké ẹ má wulẹ̀ ṣòkò láti máa dààmú kiri mọ́ ẹ wá kó ọjà yín ní ọ̀pọ̀ kú ọ̀yọ̀kú nílé ìtajà Angels Market kẹ́ẹ̀sì ṣòwò kẹ́ẹ̀jèrè gbogbo ohun tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ló wà lọ́dọ̀ wọn lápòlápò tàbí ní páálí. ẹ gbọ́ o gbogbo ohun tí ẹ bá rà ní Angels Market ló wẹ̀ ò gajara lọ. ilé ìtajà Angels Market wà ní àdójúkọ Islamic High School Báṣọ̀run Ìbàdàn ẹ̀rọ ọ̀báraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ wọn ni 08033283574 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 08033283574 Angels Market gbogbo ohun tí ẹ fẹ́ ló wà lọ́dọ̀ wọn lẹ́dínwó.
egbògi kan ti délẹ̀ yìí egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe ni ó dára fẹ̀jẹ̀ gidi gan Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o.
ojú rẹ rẹ̀ ṣàǹjọ̀lọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ kí làṣírí ẹ wà rí. Veneton cleanser ní jámi sí ọ̀rẹ́. Veneton cleanser egbòogi àtẹ́jẹ̀ṣe tí bàdàn tí ara wọ̀ yá ìjà rẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n yẹbẹyẹbẹ. Inú tó ń kú tó ń dàrú gbòdògbòdò kò bára rẹ̀ èrí inú ẹ̀jẹ̀. Amọ̀nà ti dé o. Veneton cleanser egbòogi àtẹ́jẹ̀ṣe tí a fi ewé àti egbò ṣe ní ọ̀nà tìgbàlódé. NAFDAC fòǹtẹ̀lù MA1 Nigeria Limited ni wọ́n gbé Veneton cleanser jáde. A wà ní nọ́mbà 17 Ọba Akínyẹlé off Adeogun Street Aláàfin Avenue Olúyọ̀lé Estate Ring Road Ìbàdàn. Telephone 08034051533 fún títà àti rírà. Ìwọ náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Veneton cleanser àmọ̀tẹ́kùn egbòogi tí ń ya gbogbo kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́.
Have you heard? There's a seasoning for every meal. On the seasoning is full of flavor. Delicious, tasty. Mama's happy day. No. My hunger. Rich flavor. Aroma. Delicious. Mama's happy day. The fresh cookie. Great flavor.
Hunger, Mama's helping hand.
Màámi, kí ni ìdí tá fi ń ṣe Ramadani?
Àkókò láti súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run ni, àti àkókò láti ṣe ohun tó dára fún ọmọ ẹnìkejì wa.
Ṣé ìdí nìyẹn tá fi ń fáwọn alábàágbé wa lóúnjẹ nígbà iftar?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ṣé mo lè pe gbogbo àwọn ọmọ kíláàsì mi láti wá jẹ gbádùn bọ́ǹfìtà nígbà iftar?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o lè pè wọ́n.
Gbé ìgbésẹ̀ ìfikún lórí ohun pínpín ní àkókò yìí. Bí Cadbury Bonvita ṣe ń fún yín ní àlékún 50 gram lórí gbogbo 450 gram ìpolówó àpò alátùnrọ̀ Bonvita tí o bá rà. Bonvita kún fún oríṣi vitamins àti minerals láti fún ara yín ní okun tí ẹ nílò ní àsìkò yìí. Bonvita, agbára fún ìpinnu.
All right, welcome back. It's still the Breaker Dawn newspaper review. 070555949 and 0809700949. You can also drop comments on Facebook. Austin, glad to know you're still there. Let's pick one or two calls before we get back to you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Kindly speak up so we can hear you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Honestly, the excuse given to us by Mr. President and now our security agents are under performance. It's not tenable. And we are part of no confidence in this present administration. Thank you.
All right, thank you for
thank you.
making it brief there. Austin, quickly, before we pick another call, there's this headline here. Investigate aspirants who spend 100 million now on APC nomination. PDP tells anti-graft agencies.
Yes, I think it's just a way of Kettle calling the pot black. Because two of them are culpable, but I think that of the APC is generally outrageous. The 100 million naira for nomination and expression of interest form, that is way out of line, which means that elective position in Nigeria is becoming a matter of the highest bidder. So nomination is actually unsafe. To become president, you have to spend so much money. That is why I think Balarabe Musa sometimes ago did say that for you to become the president of Nigeria, you have to be a treasury looter or a friend to some group of treasury looters. And that is gradually playing out. In 2015, APC nomination form was 25 million. In 2019, it was 45 million. Now look at the level it is, 100 million. I think 100 million is way too expensive.
All right, let's pick this call. Austin, hello, good morning.
Out some group of people.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Femi from October.
Femi, make it brief.
About what the guest said, that the president is sad about those victims, those that they kidnap and those that they kill. Nobody can be so sad as those families' victims. It's not about being sad, it's about the president tackling the situation, the insecurity level. And I also want to talk about the fund that I just talked about now. 100 million. Where did they want to see? So even though they see someone, that person would have maybe has illegal money or something. So when they want to just do 100 million because they want to purchase the phone, the youth cannot just say they want to go inside politics and want to be a president just because of the money is too much. The
All right, Okwayemi, thank you for making your thoughts there. 0705 5,949 and 0809 7,949. Austin, presidency for sale, right?
Yes, presidency for sale, governorship for sale. I think the APC is making mockery. All the political parties, they are making mockery of the not too young to run bill. How do you expect a man of 35 years to raise 100 million?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I'm John Njok. I'm coming from Mokola. Often I've heard from him. Indeed, any responsible Nigerian will condemn the madness that is taking place in the taxis. I'm recalling the same thing with you. However, I will suggest that there ought to be dialogue between the leaders of talks and the federal government, because if any army general engages in open confrontation without dialogue, it is definitely dragging down. On if I let me tell you, our life begins to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Every 5 comment might have been considered that a standard as of embarrassment to the federal government is too out of frustration. I am John Njok.
All right, thank you for calling.
All right, 0705 5,949 009 7,949. You can share your thoughts with us, and of course, remember to make it as brief as possible. Austin, you were saying?
Yes, on the nomination form, I think the parties are making mockery of the not too young to run bill. Because when you put nomination form far beyond the reach of those who have good intention, those who have capacity and may not be money back, that is not quite good for our democracy. So the electoral process is becoming heavily monetized by our political party, which is dangerous to our democracy.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from? Kindly turn down the volume on your radio so we can hear us.
Hello?
That is the truth of the matter. And that's the point of the matter. Don't let us distribute ourselves. We can have the justice we are clamoring for. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you for that. We're just going to take a couple of comments on Facebook real quick.
All right, Miriam Afolabi says, imagine hearing the news this morning saying that the prices of foodstuffs will hike up. It will definitely be so, because we all know that the price of fuel and diesel that our farmers use has increased greatly. Farmers find it difficult to buy fuel, not to talk of diesel, and the ones that struggle to get it are now scared to go to the farm because of insecurity. It's a long read there from Miriam Afolabi there. Alaron Jamiu, your messages, your greetings, well acknowledged. Kolawole Kazim, anyone asking for restructuring is either ignorant or deliberately mischievous. 1999 Constitution is one of the best constitutions. Well, your opinion there. And we have one from Otumba Yuadiri Ola, and others, many more there. Balkis or Nodiron. I applaud the president for stating that security services will be deployed to rescue passengers kidnapped during the Abuja-Kaduna train incident. Okay, we can't take any more calls now. Austin, your final thoughts?
Yes, whatever we have to do, I think those who are in captivity need to be rescued, and security should be beefed up in such a way that lives and property will be protected. God bless Nigeria.
And God bless you too.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. The Break of Dawn newspaper review comes again tomorrow. My name is Adenike Ademoagro.
And I am Chike Ubogo. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Up next is Smart Kids with Auntie Yellow.